Bowman Jumbo Baseball. 2020 Bowman Jumbo Baseball. 8-box case, pick a team break number 3. We did run Pelicans by the box. Okay, Pelicans by the box. We did run Yankees by the box. So let me just go over that real quick. I already went over that whenever we did the filler, but just to reiterate what's going on. Yankees by the box, okay? I'm going to open up the case, okay? There's going to be 4 boxes on the left, 4 boxes on the right. I always go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left, and then 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the right. So it goes top to bottom, left to right on the boxes. So 1 through 4 on the left, 5 through 8 on the right for box numbers, okay? Then, any autos, numbered cards, or any Dominguez, paper, chrome, any Dominguez. So any autographs, numbered cards, or Dominguez will go to you, will go to whoever has that box for the Yankees. Any other Yankee chrome, okay? I'm not separating it out. So if we pull an auto, a numbered card, or Dominguez, a Yankee auto, a Yankee numbered, or a Dominguez in your box, you get it. Any other chrome other than Dominguez, any of the other Yankees chrome, whoever they may be, will all get grouped up at the end of the break. Whenever we sort the break, we'll take any of the Yankees chrome and we'll divide it up into 8. Sorry, I'm drinking pop here, so now I gotta burp. We'll divide it up into 8 equal stacks of Yankees chrome, and each person will get equal stack. So I'm not going to take out all of the Yankees chrome in each box. We'll definitely take out any Yankee auto, Yankee numbered, or Dominguez, and you'll get it for your box. But any of the other chrome will just go equal amounts for everybody who got in. Okay, it's super fair. It's a good way to do it. All right, somebody give me a funny story. Somebody give me a funny story. Somebody give me a funny story. The past 3 hours I was talking about my high school days, the glory days, right? Everybody wants to reminisce. Why is high school like the glory days? I guess because you didn't have any responsibilities and you just did stuff that you would never do now, I guess. I don't know. You were younger, skinnier, right? I guess. No base paper. I am pulling out the paper for a couple of the top prospects. Dominguez, Bobby Witt Jr., the guy for Oakland, the guy for Texas. But other than that, everything else is no base paper. That's how we always do it. The best shape of your life. No, I was definitely in the best shape of my life. I looked real good in high school. Now I look like basically like a sack of potatoes. Josiah Grade, $4.99 for the Dodgers, sky blue paper. When we wrapped houses with toilet paper, now we hoard it. We tried to senior year. We tried to TP the we TP'd the high school. Us, me, and a couple of guys. What's funny is, so we TP'd the high school, right? But there was a janitor. We didn't know that there's like an overnight blue autograph, number to 150 rookie for the Indians, Logan Allen. There's like an overnight janitor there, I guess. I don't know. So like we couldn't do exactly what we wanted to do because he was there. So we TP'd some other stuff like around the school. Like there's like a big like kind of it's like a big sign out front that has like an LED sign that says stuff like, you know, summer camp starts whenever, right? And so we like totally TP'd that and spray painted stuff and did all kinds of stuff, right? It was the last day. It was the day before the last day of school. We did all that stuff to the high school. I mean, it wasn't like damage, but it was definitely like somebody's going to have to clean up all this silly string and toilet paper and spray paint in the grass and stupid shit. But the group of like nerdy kids, Dillard for the Brewers autograph. The like group of like nerdy kids decided they were going to like dress up as zombies and do like a zombie apocalypse. So like as cars are coming in, they're all out there like acting like they're fucking zombies and like going in the middle of the road and like tapping on their windshields and doing stupid shit. They thought that the zombie apocalypse kids TP'd and like destroyed the school. Amaya, the 250 purple chrome. They thought that they TP'd the school, so they made them clean. They all they did was come there and they dressed up as zombies and they were gonna like act like it was a zombie apocalypse sort of thing, I guess. They thought that they did it and made them clean it all up. Like they couldn't tell them otherwise. Like the principal was so pissed off that they were like, "No, it wasn't us." He was like, "I don't care, fucking clean it up." And they had to clean it all up, and it was so great. Uh-oh, senior prank. All right, let's hear it. Also, senior year, there was somebody in our high school, we called him the Phantom Pooper. Somebody, we don't know who it was, I still don't know who it is, was pooping in random spots throughout the high school. They pooped in the auditorium, they pooped in the gym, like, it was like, where is somebody, how does somebody like just poop here without anybody knowing? Like they were pooping everywhere. Like in the hallway there was poop, and we called him the Phantom Pooper, and no one could figure out who was doing it. It was great. It was crazy. Wow, that's great. That's funny. That's a good one. He was called the Phantom Pooper, and he just pooped, and like it was really kind of demonic. No one liked the Phantom Pooper. James Beard for the White Sox. No one liked the Phantom Pooper story. All right. Let's hear it, Chris Frank. Wow, no one cares about the Phantom Pooper. That's like one of my favorite things to say. Like it's not that much of a story, but like whenever you say like somebody was like randomly pooping throughout the high school. All right, so box 1 is Dylan. I don't think there's been any Yankees anything yet. So obviously a couple chromes, but nothing. No Dominguez or autos are numbered for the Yankees. What a shitty story, yeah. That was a crappy story. I mean, there's not much to it. He was legit. Well, I guess it could have been a she. I say he, but Kikuchi to 250 purple for the Mariners. It could have been anybody, but they were pooping. Randomly pooping places. Ruiz, yellow chrome for the Dodgers. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, man. This is going to get shitty. This is going to get shitty. I'll wait until Chris Frank is done, and then I got another stupid story. There you go, Dominguez. Dylan with box 1. Dominguez paper. It's about church camp. Well, one of the truckers decided to take a massive shit, maybe. Okay. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. We need more people talking about the Phantom Pooper. Yeah, no one even knows he was getting some sort of enjoyment out of it. I don't know, or he or she, but yeah, they were just pooping like randomly throughout the school. I know he pooped in the auditorium. He pooped in the gym. There was one in the hallway. Like a big just pile of crap. Like just squatted down, let one out, and then just like walked away. That's funny. All right, so listen to this. This has nothing to do with the Phantom Pooper, which again, it's like one of my favorite high school stories to tell. There's really no ending to it. There's really no dialogue, and there's definitely no ending to it. It's just a story of somebody randomly pooping places. Dominguez paper for box 1. Dylan. All right, so I think I was a sophomore in high school. I was dating this girl. Her family super like religious. Okay, super religious. And I come from my family, like parents are on drugs and like not religious at all. So she was super duper, her family was like super duper religious. And she was like, it was like the summertime. She was like, oh, we're going on this like church, like this like church camp. Like the whole family's going to this church camp. And she wants me to come. And it's like pretty far away. And they have like concerts and all this stuff. And it's supposed to be really cool, right? And her mom like talks to my mom about me going, and she was like, yeah, we want him to come with us and all this stuff. And I was like, damn. I was like, Mom, tell him no. Tell him you don't feel comfortable with that. She was like, no, I think that would be great for you. I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go. I was like, it's like a week-long thing in the fucking woods somewhere. I was like, well, this might be good for me, you know, maybe me and this girl, maybe we go hook up somewhere or something, right, you know? That kind of deal. I was thinking maybe you know what, this is actually starting to look, this might be pretty good, right? This might end up pretty good. All right, box number 2 is C Murph. Good luck, C Murph. So I was like, maybe this might end up pretty good, you know? I'm there with her. We're like, it's like this church thing, so her mom like lets her just kind of like roam wherever, and you can just kind of do whatever you want. It's like, man, this might be good. It wasn't. I had to sleep in a tent with her brother. At the time, I chewed snuff, okay? For like 2 years in high school. We live in Pennsylvania, like the fucking backwoods of Pennsylvania. So like in high school, for whatever reason, it was like cool to chew snuff. In my high school, I don't know why, but like everybody chewed snuff. So I chewed snuff for like 2 years, and now I totally despise it. Like it totally like makes my stomach turn, or like somebody smoking a cigarette. But I used to smoke cigarettes, chew snuff, and I like, I couldn't even chew snuff. I had to like secretly chew snuff in the tent. I had to sleep in a tent with her brother, her younger brother. I had to sleep in a tent with her younger brother, away from everybody else. I had to chew snuff only at night in the tent. Okay. Then I got fucking heat exhaustion. Okay. So I don't know. I was like kind of weird about like, I don't know, like we were there and like, the first day or something, like I didn't eat any food. Like I was just like, I don't know, like nervous about it, I guess. I don't know. And, yeah, Cope Wintergreen, baby. No, but man, I was poor. I chewed Longhorn Wintergreen, 99 cents a can. And Blake Snell to $4.99. I was like, I don't know. I was like weird about that stuff. Like, I don't know. I didn't eat. I was like nervous or whatever. Owen Miller to 75, and then like the next morning, they're all like got breakfast or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I just like didn't want breakfast or didn't want like I don't know. It was like first like 24 hours there. It was like not really feeling it or whatever. So didn't eat or anything. Didn't drink, and it was like super hot there. And then you have to shower in these like public showers. It was a terrible experience. I mean, absolutely terrible. Me and this girl did absolutely nothing together. Like nothing. So like maybe this actually might be a pretty nice little trip. No, like nothing happened. These public showers, they have these public showers. Cannon Smith for the Yankees, purple autograph, number to 250. Yankees box number 2 is C. Murph. And they have these like public showers. Well, I'm like waiting. You have to wait in line. I waited in line in the hot, I mean super hot, for like an hour to get into the shower. And I'm already like dehydrated, wasn't eating anything, didn't drink anything. I end up passing out like as I'm getting into the shower, pass out in the shower. It was horrendous. Moral of the story, never go to church camp. It was a terrible experience. Terrible experience. Bobby Witt Jr. Jonathan India. Sparkle, $2.99. Yeah, I passed out. Nothing happened between me and this girl. And then here, I'll tell you what really messed up. Yeah, moral of the story. Yeah, moral of the story, don't go to church. This girl, okay, so me and this girl, you know, we're having some fun together, if you know what I mean. You know, it's like her first time, my first time, you know, so then we're like, it's happening a bunch, and like, she like is like real religious, so she like, after like we did it a whole bunch of times, she like feels the need to tell her mom. Another Yankees autograph for C. Murph. That's a base, Cannon Smith. I always loved my church youth resort. Well, I didn't. It wasn't like my family. You know what I mean? It's like I dropped off there. These like crazy people. She decides that, you know, she's like, you know, she's not feeling good about it anymore or something. So she tells her mom that we're like doing it. I'm like, fuck. Like now I can't go over to your house now. Like now your mom knows, your dad knows. So I'm like going to go over there, and like I'm like 15. It's like not what I want to do. So she tells her mom. Her mom shows up to my house after she tells her. Like she tells me on the phone. She's like, hey, I told my mom today that like we've been doing stuff, and like just so you know, she wants to talk to you. She wants to talk to me. It's like about what, like why would you do that? What are you gonna get out of that? So now she's like, well, she's on the way to your house. I'm in the living room playing Call of Duty. I've already drank a 6-pack. Okay, it's like a Saturday. I'm like 15. I was drinking, playing Call of Duty. Her mom comes over and wants to talk to me about me fucking shebanging her daughter. And it was like this super weird. I mean, I was the end result of this story is I'm an asshole. Is the end result, okay? The end result of this story is I am a asshole. She She comes over. She talks to me. She's like, the moral of her story was like, I'm not mad at you for, she banging my daughter, but I think you guys need to like really like try to make this work. Like I'm 15. I'm like in 10th grade. She's like, well, you guys need to really make this work now that you guys are like committed to each other doing this. The next day I broke up with her. I was like, I'm not going back over to your house. Like after all this, like, no. I was like, I broke up with her. Like, what an asshole. Well, what am I going to do? Like, think about it. Joe Ryan, base autograph for the Tampa Bay Rays. Like, think about it. Like, you're 15. You're doing this for the first time or whatever, and now her parents know, and like our main like hangout spot was her house. So like now you're gonna go over to her house with her like mom and dad there, and like, good God, you'll never be able to go in the basement and hang out and watch a movie. It's like they're gonna be fucking peeping through the fucking windows. Dominguez, wow, that was a nice one for C Murph. Dominguez paper and 2 autos. See if there's anything else in here. Yeah. Yeah, man. How you gonna do that? Yeah. It was crazy. And then that weekend, I broke up with her, and then I was like 2 inches away from doing something with her like best friend. But it didn't work out because she was like, well, you just broke up with my friend. I was like, yeah, but that's the key word. We're broken up though. Like, we're done. So like, this is okay. But she wasn't having it. Almost though. I tried. I give myself an A for effort. I give my 15-year-old self A for effort. Date a Catholic girl. Yeah. For real. I was like so mad. I was like, oh my God, like I'm up here drinking, having a good little Saturday. I'm drinking, all of a sudden I get a call, and then her mom's over in the next 5 minutes. I'm like brushing my teeth to get the alcohol off my breath, and she's talking to me about staying forever. And then the next day I was like, yeah, it was fun at church camp, but no, this ain't happening anymore. Was crazy though. Any plans for Monday? I don't think so. We're actually we're doing a cookout tomorrow. So kind of sucks that I'm kind of going to bed late tonight, but we're having a cookout tomorrow. Having some people over to the new house, Having some people over. Should be fun. All right, C Murph got 2 autos and a Dominguez base. Up next, box 3, Mike Black. What's up, Alex? No. So I moved up here whenever I moved. I live in Pennsylvania now, but I moved up here from West Virginia. So all of my family lives in West Virginia. Me and my brother. So we lived in West Virginia. My mom and my stepdad moved us up to Pennsylvania. Okay, we were here for a while. I went to high school, went to college up here, everything, and then I stopped talking to my mom, and then they actually moved back to West Virginia. So now me and my little brother, who's the one that works for me, we're like we already have like established like roots, and like I met my wife here, my wife's family's here, and we got married here and all these things. So like we're just staying up here, but like we're only like an hour and a half away, but they all live like everybody in our family lives in West Virginia, and then it's me and my brother live up in PA. Kind of got like dropped off. Yeah, I have a younger brother and an older brother. I got a younger brother and an older brother, but the one that works for me is my younger brother. Dominguez Chrome. It's gonna go Mike Black. What other stories? I'm trying to tell some other stories, but some of these stories I'm telling you, I feel like it's pretty messed up stories. Like, what kind of? Well, she was 14, I guess, at the time, because she was younger than me. But she's like 14-year-old girl, just had sex, and then she tells her mom. Damn it! Just when things started getting good. Is the wife okay? Yeah, she's cool with it. I mean, she doesn't like the fact that I do it at night. She doesn't like the fact that I do it at night, kind of deal. But Cantillo. Yeah. Well, before I started doing this, she didn't like it. Like before I started it as a business, right? She didn't like it because like I'm spending money on it. But now that I have the like separate business account and stuff, you know, she doesn't know sometimes when I might buy a big card or whatever. She'll never know. Haha. But yeah, like now she knows like it's a business, it makes us money, and yeah. She just wishes that I didn't do it at night, which is, you know, it's reasonable. It is, you know, being on different like time schedules sucks. They always know. I'll tell you a funny story here too. Ninth grade. Two of my probably I would say best friends, they went on vacation together. Like the one went on vacation, his family went on vacation, and he took the one friend. Okay, and they were on vacation, like beach vacation or whatever. A week. They came back and they were like, "Hey man, we were walking around, and this guy gave us, keyword gave." Oh damn, Reese. Yeah, you definitely messed up. Tyler, no. This is only baseball because by the time we're done with this, it's over for the live stream. It's gonna be like 4 o'clock. And yeah, she doesn't work. She did previously, but then the whole point of me even starting this breaking stuff was it was supposed to be a side gig, so that I could work full time, do this on the side, and then she could stay at home with the kids. Like the whole point of me even starting this was so that I was trying to do it to where I wanted my wife to stay home with the kids and take care of our kids. Like that is like what I like want, you know what I mean? And she wanted that too, like to be able to like raise our kids at home, and you know, so that was the whole point of why we even did this. But yeah, no problem, Tyler. What was I saying? Damn it, I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? What was the last sentence out of my mouth? Oh, they came back from this vacation, and he said, "This guy gave us, keyword gave, okay? He was like, this guy gave us this baggie of weed. You're in ninth grade. I've done it before. Not in ninth grade, honestly, ninth grade doing that, you're probably a pretty bad child, but Manning to $4.99. Either way, I've done it before, and but only a couple times, and like I did it with like other people that had it, type of deal. You know what I mean? It's not like I had like fucking pounds of it or something crazy in ninth grade, but so I was like, oh my god, ninth grade, you're like, oh my god, let's smoke it. So again, they went on vacation. Some guy gave them a baggie of weed for free. Now my friend has it, and we want to smoke it. Yeah, it wasn't weed. I don't know what it was. It looked like weed. Now, knowing what I know now, it didn't. But then it looked like weed. I don't know what it was. We smoked. We were rolling it. We were rolling up 17 joints. Between the two of us, we smoked. Never got high. Talk about the dumbest thing I've ever did in my life. You would think after maybe one or two, you're like, man, do you feel anything? I don't really feel anything. Yeah, this is fake weed, dude. We rolled the whole bag and just puffed away. 17. Rivera for the Angels refractor autograph, $4.99. We rolled this whole mother effing bag of fake weed and smoked it. 17 joints. Didn't get high at all. And it was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life. It's not like I got sick off of it or anything like that, or like maybe like a burny throat or something, but it was like, looking back now, it's like, why would I ever think that that's a good idea? He gave them free weed. I was like 14, he's got this bag of weed. I'm like, oh yeah, to do it. We fucking rolling it up. Bramer for the Nationals base autograph. Just rolling. Must have been the Phantom Pooper, baby. You're going to be talking about that for forever now. The Phantom Pooper. The same friend that I did that stuff with, this is the Mexican kid that I was talking about earlier. Super funny guy. Him and this one girl, he smoked oregano. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Take a leap. It probably was, but why would he even did he get did this random guy just get some sort of satisfaction of giving these 14-year-old kids, you got another Dominguez, Mike Black, did he get some sort of satisfaction out of giving these kids this fake weed and knowing it wasn't real and seeing the fucking enjoyment coming out of their faces? I don't know. So why would somebody do that? Henderson to 150, blue chrome, blue shimmer. But this girl, okay, she was super weird, crazy weird. Unbelievably weird girl. I would never super weird chick. And I distinctly remember this one time where him and this chick, right, were doing something, behind a church. Okay? They were doing something behind a church. And it is, you know, this girl, that was just added. And that little piece that I just said about the church has no relevance to the story whatsoever, but it's just added in to make it better. This chick ended up becoming like super butch. I mean, the butchiest girl that I've ever seen. Like after high school, you know, like it's one of those like, oh, she's in high school. She doesn't want to do it. People make fun of her, I guess, or something. I don't know. But after high school, she's in college, and she becomes this lesbian butch. I mean, her name should have been capital B Butch. And I make fun of him all the time now. I was like, you remember that one time you were getting your wang sucked by that girl in the church? Whatever happened to her? Oh, that's right. I'm pretty sure she's a man now. Sick. All right, this is box 4, which is Danny K. Remember that one time, that butch girl? Remember you guys did something. I don't know what it was. Something happened behind that church with that butch girl, remember? For Bo Jarski for the Tigers, sky blue paper to $4.99. What else? I'm trying to think of just stories to tell. I have nothing else. Like literally, like today, like my mind is totally blank. Like I remember like that first case of Bowman. Like I felt myself literally just sitting here. Like I feel like somebody can go back and watch the video. She's a man now. Yeah. She's a man. He probably turned her into a man, you know. Zach Hess. I feel like that first case of Bowman, I literally was like sitting here saying nothing. So that's why I'm like I'm trying to stay awake. Like if I keep talking, like I'm like totally awake right now. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm not that tired as I would normally be if I wasn't talking so much right now. I'm just trying to keep talking. So like I'm probably saying some of these stories are probably like super stupid. And probably most of you aren't even like laughing or enjoying them, but it's keeping me awake and it's keeping me going here, so I'm just going to keep telling stupid stories. Purple autograph. Ooh, Xavier Edwards, purple. Who had the Padres? Ryan G. That's the good guy for the Padres, right? The guy you want? Yep, 38th overall. Nice. What else? I'm trying to think of stupid stories. I had one of the best high school experiences, or just schooling experiences. Like, I don't know. Like I made like just always doing just at the time like stupid stuff, getting in trouble, or just doing stuff you're not supposed to. But it was super fun, and yeah, I agree with that, Squints. I agree with that. You can't get the full, yeah. You can't get the full, yeah. But I had like a great, like I said, part of that is like my parents were like not in the picture, basically. Like they were there, but like not in the picture. So like I did like anything I wanted to, right? So like I had a good time. I had a really good time. I lived it up. I did. I lived it up. Dominguez paper. Box 4 is Danny K. She's a butch. Oh, all right. So, are there any female girls in here? Is there any females in here watching? No, I went to for college, man. I went to IUP, which is like a Division II school. We had a couple people go to the pros though, football. It's like a small Division II school. It's like super cheap. In high school, there's this real dirty girl. Okay, she wasn't like the dirtiest girl, right? But she was a dirty girl. She was like, not only like in a sexual way, but also in like a cleanliness way. Okay, Monica. Okay. She basically, yeah. Well, honestly, I would have never Barrios to $4.99. I would have never went to college. Like I was thinking, just because just the situation, that I was in, and I didn't do very well in high school. Like I said, mostly like looking back now, I can easily tell I didn't apply myself. I didn't do it right. I would have done much better. But then you're like, I didn't really do that well in high school. Just kind of where I come from, and like I know nobody. I was the first person to ever go to. Oh, who had Oakland? Our throne, baby. Nice. 275 out of 499 refractor. Oakland, our throne. Nice, man. And I thought that I would end up going to maybe a technical school or something, which I'm not saying anything bad about people that go to technical schools, because looking after knowing what I know now, I think technical schools are the way to fucking go. Unless you're some crazy genius, Dominguez, unless you're some crazy genius or, I don't know, but technical schools are the way to go. Okay, right on, Monica. All right. I thought I would go a technical school or something like that. I was gonna go for HVAC or something, and I just didn't really know what I was going to do. But my wife, she was like, I want to go to school. I'm going to IUP for psychology. She had her mind made up. That's what she wanted to do. That's what she was doing. And I was like, all right, well, we're dating at the time. So I was like, all right, well, I'll go to IUP too. I only applied Dominguez, Chrome, another one, Danny K. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what Danny said. Learn a trade unless you're going to be something crazy. Unless you're going to work for fucking Apple or be a lawyer or a doctor. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. But I was like, I'll go. I was like, I'll go there. I like numbers and account. I looked up. I was like, accounting looks like an industry that makes good money. So that's what I'll do. Literally, I had no clue. I was the first person in my family to go to college. Absolutely no clue about anything. I was just my wife's doing it, and then another one for the Yankees, box 4, blue. Yeah, I just did it because she was doing it, really. It was never really in my plan to go to college. I'm glad I did, even though, like I said, I don't think, in the end, I think I could have maybe spent the money or the time better elsewhere. But in the end, I would I'm happy I did that, right? I'm happy I did all that, that wasn't even my intentions. It was really my wife kind of pushing me to do it, so I'm thankful for her in that sense. But all right, back to this crazy dirty girl, right? Crazy dirty. Okay. the she let. Yeah, there you go, Mike Black. Mike Black, did you ever do audit? Do you do some audit stuff? Yeah, it's hard to know. It is. Yeah, it is. Another Dominguez Chrome. Wow, Danny K. So she let the wrestling. Oh, nice, Mike Black. You like doing that? You rather do tax though? So the heavyweights on the wrestling team, right? You might know where I'm going with this. The heavyweights, okay, the 250 plus guys, the heavyweights on the wrestling team, there was like 7 of them, right? They ran a train. She was tiny. She was short and probably no more than 90 pounds. But she was, I mean, for these fat guys, she was good, right? For these big fat wrestlers, she was like, you know, fucking Mariah Carey type shit. They all went at her. And like they were all like in one room. They were all in like one room, and like everybody was like just patiently waiting their turn, you know, just sitting there, you know, just waiting. And oh, who's up? I'm up next. All right, tag me in, bro. And it was like think about this in high school, like this happening in a high school, like it was like the talk of the town that this girl did this, and these guys did this. It was dirty. Now I'm starting to tell some like pretty like just disgusting stories, I guess. It was like, think about 7, 250, maybe 300, maybe there was one guy who's probably 350 with a 90-pound girl. Now we're getting crazy. Now I probably should stop. Nice, Mike Black. Nice, man. Yeah, it was very bizarre. It was very bizarre. Andrew Vaughn, number 150, blue paper. Gore, gold for the Padres. This is box 5, which is Jason. Tampa Bay Rays. Rays get a bunch. Ryan. Rays get a bunch of stuff. What else can I talk about? I don't know. I'm like in this, like, I can only think of like high school stories because talking about high school stuff. Now the only thing I can think of is like high school stories. Oh, the one time, so it was really weird. Whenever in college I was a manager at the McDonald's that was on campus, right? So like kids that worked there were mostly like the employees there, especially on the night shift, were mostly either high school kids or college kids, right? And I was night shift manager. But like all of us, like it was like really weird. It was like all of us, Quinn Cotton Blue for the Reds. Who had the Reds? Chris Frank, you got an auto, bro. 8th round. Blue. No, I don't live in the area with all the Amish, but it's not far off, and sometimes we go there for like shit. I got a story to tell you about the Amish. Okay, so it's a real deal with the Amish, like incest shit. You know what I mean? Because like there's only so many people that are Amish, so they'll hire people. Dominguez base paper. That's Jason. They will pay you to come in. I used to live in Lancaster. Okay, well, Mike Black, you can tell me if this is true or not, because I was told this story. They'll pay you to come in and impregnate an Amish girl, but and again, I was told this story, but either way, even if it's not true, I don't care. This is the true story because it's so good. They'll pay you to come in. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how much it is. It's probably like $20, but here's the stipulations. The Amish girl, which probably hasn't bathed in weeks, probably the box down there is probably so hairy and probably smells like you wouldn't even imagine. I don't know. I'm just saying. But let me paint you the picture. They lay her down. They have a blanket over her with a little hole, okay, in the blanket. Probably the only thing you see is just some hair sprouting out. The husband and the dad have to be in the room. You can't even see her. You don't know if she's fat, hot, whatever. All you see is just a hole with some hair coming out of it. The dad and the husband have to be there, and you just do your business. They give you the cash, and you're out. And now you got an Amish baby, okay? And that's it. And some dude from McDonald's, of all places, his dad, that's how he said that he was like doing it to all these Amish girls up in here. That's how I got drinking money in high school. Like his dad would do this like to all these like fucking Amish ladies. But that's how they did it. But the thing is like, I mean, I understand, like, no one's doing that out of like, oh, I want to keep the Amish going strong, right? Like, I got good genes, like, I want to keep the Amish going. No one's doing it for that reason. You're doing it for two reasons. You know exactly, you're getting paid to do something that people like to do. So you got two reasons, okay? But how much are they paying you to do that to some Amish girl that reeks and is, you get what I'm going with that. And the dad and the husband are in the room. You can't even see anything. It's just a hole in the blanket. I don't know. So weird. All right, what was I saying before? Okay, at McDonald's, it was like a cult at McDonald's. Like everybody that worked there, we all were like friends. Like we weren't friends before, but if you worked at McDonald's, it was like a little cult. Like everybody was friends. Everybody would throw parties, and it was just like McDonald's people were there. Like you could never get away from it. It was like, hey, we're throwing a party. It's all McDonald's people, and like I don't know what it was. It was like a little McDonald's cult of like everybody that worked at McDonald's hung out with each other, and like we partied together and everything. Well, the first time that like I used to work at the McDonald's that was in the town that I was went to high school in, but then whenever I went to college, I switched over to that McDonald's, right? And then whenever I switched over there, it's like, it's just like anything. Oh, we got a red fucking auto. Here we go. Grant Little for the Padres, 2 out of 5. Padres going out to Jim. 20. No, Padres is Ryan, sorry. San Diego Padres, Ryan G. There you go, Ryan. 2 out of 5, red, Grant Little. I just switched over, it's just like anything else. Like you're new, so it takes a little bit of time. You to warm up to people to warm up to you. But I was like the perfect scenario for people like me and my wife, because we both were working there, were like the glue that like held everybody together there. Like everybody was friends with us, and like, but I went to like my first quote unquote McDonald's party, right? My first quote unquote McDonald's party. There was all these McDonald's people here. I don't know anybody, right? And I decide for whatever reason, because I'm just stupid, that I am just going to get obliterated. I mean, I drank so much vodka, it was unreal. I never black out, okay? I've never blacked out my entire life, and I've never blacked out since. But my first party with these people, I decide I'm going to show them what's up. And I black out. And apparently I was puking, and I was playing in my own puke, and they had to carry me to the car, and I was just terrible. And the next day at work, I was like, fuck. Like, I had to go in here, and like everybody's gonna be laughing at me. But apparently, blacked out Brian is super cool to be around, because then as soon as that happened, I was everybody's friend. But I never black out, but I don't know. But it was weird though. Like I said, I don't know if you've ever worked at McDonald's, which probably most of you haven't, but if you ever have, Atomic, number to 150, Schwarzer. If you ever worked at McDonald's, it's a weird experience working at McDonald's. It is a very weird experience. Because the only people that work at McDonald's are either like high school or college kids, or like, people either people that are like, in their 40s that are on drugs, or just people that are just got like a learning disability or something, man. Like it is an experience. Yeah, cons, like normal people don't work at McDonald's. If you're working at McDonald's and you're like over the age of like high school or college age, something went wrong in your life. Something went wrong in your life. All right, so that was Jason. He got one paper. Oh, nice, Squints. Yeah. Oh, well, if you're like a owner or like a general manager for several McDonald's or something, that's different. But if you work in a McDonald's as like if you work in a McDonald's as like just a crew member, and you're like over the age of like 25, something's wrong in your life. All right, this is box number. This is Nicholas. No, you don't, Brian. And if you do, what's wrong in your life? What do you think happened wrong in your life? This guy with the real crazy autograph, Falencio, to $4.99 for the Brewers. Burger King wasn't hiring. Burger King's worse. Like if you're gonna say Burger King versus McDonald's, the Burger King people, like not only something wrong happened in your life, but you're just totally just, I don't even know, dude. McDonald's people are messed up, but dude, Burger King people, that's a whole new breed. people that come in through McDonald's are just, some people are like, just average people, like I said, like college kids or whatever. But some people, like some of these people, you don't even know how they like function. Like the one person come in, my wife, yeah, I had In-N-Out there, Danny. My wife loved In-N-Out. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't like everybody was like, oh my God, In-N-Out's like the best. You have to try it. And I didn't think like that. Damn it, what was I about to say? I keep fucking losing my train of thought. What was somebody saying? Damn it, what was I talking about? Fuck. My wife had to train this girl. She didn't know how to like count change back. She had no clue like how, like somebody's bill is $2.50. They give you $3. You give them 50 cents back, but she had no clue. She was like, I don't know what coins to give. And like how do you teach, like there's certain things that like how do you teach like a grown person how to give change back? Like I don't even know how you do that. Like I don't even know how, like what are the steps? Like this is a quarter, this is 25 cents. Like I have no clue. Like they had it was like my wife was like, I'm like, she told like the store manager, she's like, you can't, like this girl Dominguez Crumb, she's like, she can't do change. I try to teach her, but she doesn't know. The store manager took her back into the office, tried to teach her, spent like an hour trying to teach this girl how to count change back. And then she came out and like, because like I was one of like the managers there, she was talking to me, she was like, this girl is like, something's wrong with her. She can't count fucking change. This one girl that came to work there, McDonald's has, and maybe not all McDonald's are the same, but the McDonald's I worked at, they had overnight people, right? There's 2 overnight people. That the guy that owned the McDonald's that I worked at was like super good guy, and he kept his stores super duper clean. I mean, they were honestly the stores that he runs, you would win awards and stuff all the time for like the cleanliness stores and whatever. Like I mean, they were like super clean stores, okay? And they had these overnight guys. And if you can think about overnight, like these guys were like in their 60s or whatever, like old guys that came in that worked like 11 to 5 or 11 to 6, and they cleaned the store at night. Like they would close stuff down, clean it, and then they would open it back up for the morning people. There's 2 of them, and they would clean maintenance outside. They were maintenance people, overnight maintenance people. Dominguez Chrome. And the one guy, he was a Looney Tune, that's for sure. He wanted to get his wife a job, right? Hey man, I work here. My wife needs a job. She wants to be, wants to work morning shift or whatever. So the owner was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Just like we'll hire her. That's cool. Dominguez Paper, Nicholas with box number 6. He hired her. She comes into work. Like no one's seen her before. He's just like, yeah, I'll just hire her. Like it's your wife. Like that's cool, man. Like you worked here for however long. Like that's fine. Like we need people to work anyways. Just bring her in. Mustache. The bitch had a fucking mustache. Okay. At this McDonald's, you couldn't have any facial hair. Like the guys, you have to be clean shaven. Like even if you have a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, like I have like really dark facial hair, so like if I shave one day, the next day it looks like I have something going, but like the skin hasn't even like came out of the hair hasn't even like came out of the skin, right? And I would get like bitched at, like you need to shave. But I'm like, I can't, there's nothing. But she had a mustache, okay, and she was working like the front register, and they were like, what do we do? Like how do we, like this lady has a mustache. Montero purple paper to $2.50. and like no one wanted to tell her like you need like I don't think they showed the like because like there's a video for people. I don't even think they showed like the females the like the facial hair video where like you couldn't have facial hair or something. What's up, Fitch? No, this is the last one, bro. This one right here is the last one. We got more on the website for tomorrow though. She had a mustache. And like no one wanted to tell her like you have to shave, like you can't have a mustache. Yankees box 6 base autograph. Wait, what are you saying, Mike Black? What are you saying? I don't think I got the message before that. And but she had a mustache, and she was like super dirty. Like this guy was like dirty. Like he was an overnight maintenance guy. Like he's not like super bright, and like definitely dirty. And like this, she was dirty, and she had a mustache. And like the store manager was like, I can't do it. She's like there's plenty of times like I tell people how it is or whatever, but like how do you tell somebody like you need to shave your mustache as like a female to female? And no one wanted to do it, so the store owner was like, he just did it. Like I don't know what he did, but he like pulled her into the office and he told her like you can't have a fucking mustache. One, like that's fucking weird. She never showed up ever again. She never came back. She like finished the shift, never showed up. I guess she liked it. I don't know. I mean, it was sick. Like I couldn't stop staring at it. It was like I like stared at her for like 3 hours, just like this bitch has a fucking mustache. I've seen plenty of girls with mustaches though. Unfortunately, Bennett to 499 refractor. In the Bahamas, one of our taxi cab drivers, she had a mustache. She got pulled over and everything and she had a mustache. It was like I was super scared. Oh, Mike Black. Nice, Mike Black. I didn't see that part. There's a lot of stuff in this one for Nicholas. Oh man, I don't even know. Oh my god, this has been over. This is why tonight's taken so long. I should have just put my head down. Pinna, the 299 Astros. I should have just put my head down. Yeah, she like I don't know. She had a freaking mustache. Should have just put my head down and get this stuff done because it's like we still got 2.5 boxes to go, and we're like over an hour into the break. That's why we only did 4 cases of Bowman. That's sad. We only did 4 cases of Bowman on release day. That's all right. Whatever. We had fun. We had fun talking about mustaches, church camp, butches, Batman for prom king. Finger banging. On the shovels. That's so weird, dude. That's for real, dude. That's for real. And like they like around here, even like not where I live, but like not far off from where I live, like they'll be on horse and buggy, and it's so weird though. And my wife gets so mad. Grossens to 125. She gets so mad at the Amish because they'll be like riding their horse and buggy. Yeah, Jabs. She'll have you pulled any Marlin autos so far? I don't think so. That's so weird, Chris Frank. Wow. Cause like they'll be fucking riding their horse and buggy, right? And they'll fucking go right into fucking Dollar General and like go buy shit in the Dollar General. Like that, how can you do that? Or they'll be in Walmart, like you'll see a bunch of them come in like a big van. Somebody like they'll have somebody driving them around. There'll be like a whole bunch of them in a van get dropped off at Walmart, and they'll be buying fucking Mountain Dews and fucking ho-hos and shit. And it's like, how can they do that? And my wife gets so mad. She's like, they don't have to pay taxes, and they're in here fucking drinking Mountain Dews. Oh yeah. We were talking about Mike Black. We were talking about I either want to do some sort of collab video with them, or do some sort of like battle them in some way, like either like fight them or battle them some way, like do some sort of battle against them, like because I only live like 30 minutes away from them. So like I want to do some sort of, I don't know, I want to do something with Jab's family. Well, yeah, like they can talk on the phone and everything, but somebody has to start it up. Like if they need to use the phone, you have to type in the number and hit call and then hand it to them, and then they can talk on the phone. Or like power tools and stuff. As long as somebody else starts it up for them, then they can use it. I don't know how that works, but that's how they do it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like what is the main thing of being Amish? Like what is it? Oh yeah, they are amazing. They do like everyone always hires the Amish around here to do stuff like put a roof on. They do a lot of roofs. But like what's the gist of it? Like what is it like? Yeah, people do that. People just drive Amish people around. But like what's the point of it? What's the point of like doing this? Especially because they do use, like, if it's like to keep these like old fashioned values and things, but like they do all this modern stuff. They ride in cars, they fucking drink Mountain Dew. Like I don't know. I don't understand it. Alright, box 7 is Daniel. Daniel, you still in here, bro? I know it's a late night, man. Yeah, no modern day stuff, but they do, like, they have workarounds for that shit. Just like on the phone. They can talk on a cell phone as long as somebody else dials it. Alright, good luck, man. Hopefully I think this is your first time in here, right, man? Hopefully you're not scared away. Normally we don't have these sort of crazy off-the-wall stories and discussions, but I guess on Bowman, the freaks come out. The freaks come out on Bowman night, I guess. See you later, Dylan. Yeah, see? He's getting drunk at the bar. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. You know that Breaking Amish show on TLC a couple years back? Anybody remember that? Normally we're much more... I mean, I'll still drop some F-bombs every once in a while and that kind of thing, but normally we're not talking about this weird-ass shit. Usually we're talking about sports cards or, like, current events, but there are no current events. The dude, right on, A-Rod, thanks, man. The one guy from that Breaking Amish that was like super big into partying, and he was always doing like he Connor Cannon, atomic autograph, number to 100 for the Giants. He was like really like he got away from the Amish, and then he was like doing like he was always partying and stuff. I don't know what his name was, but he went one night at IUP, which is where I went to college. He was there whenever I was in college at the bars one time, and it was crazy. It was like every girl wanted to like hook up with this breaking Amish guy. I mean, he looked freaking stupid, but everybody was like, yeah. And then like he ended up like spending the night with like 2 chicks from the bar or something crazy. But it was like he was there partying it up. Fucking IUP Dominguez base. Yeah, what's it called? Rumspringa, where they get what are the details on that? They get like 1 night or 1 week of they just have to get it all out of their system, like party and drugs and sex. They get it 1 week. This is your week. You go. How long is it? A week? That's a crazy idea too. That would make me not want to stay Amish. You know? Be like, well, I would like to do this every day. No set time. Oh my God. They could just Rumspringa for a while. Oh, they get to decide. They do that and then they get to decide. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think most of them go back. I mean, but the thing is like whenever that's your whole life, you grew up 18 years or however old, and that's what you know and that's what you lived. Only the men. Oh, wow, even more messed up. But like, you know what I mean? Like that's all you know. And like, you know, I don't think... Again, I'm not Amish, you know, but I don't think they treat the women very fairly. You know, I don't think they have like equal rights. You know, so as like a man, Varlin autograph for the. Oh, do we get? What is this? Oh, it's just a paper. I thought it was gonna be something. I thought, you know, I think chicks can do it too. Oh, I was gonna say like. As if you were a chick, I feel like you would definitely want to get out of there. I feel like it, you know. I feel like the women get like kind of exploited in those. But you know, I don't know. That's what the media, I guess, tells you, and that's what you see on like. I don't know. Maybe that's not the case, but I don't know. It seems like it is. $28 out of $50. Gold for the Rays. Gold shimmer. Huh. Wait, it's 2 years? They get to do like whatever for 2 years and then what? Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know it was that. I thought it was like a week. I thought it was like a little bit of a bender. You know, like a week bender, go out, party, do whatever, come back, get it out of your system, come back and start mowing the fucking fields. Wow. But yeah, most of them come back. But like I said, whenever that's like all you know, it's like you grow up and it's like that's what you know. Hard to leave something you know. Human beings don't like change. Human beings don't like change. Like I used to work at a call center in college. I Yankees box number 7, Cabello to 125. I worked at a call center at a bank. I left McDonald's, worked at a call center, and then I got the audit internship that I was talking about earlier. I worked at a call center for a bank. During that time that I worked at the call center, you like that, hey Rod? during the time I worked at the call center, they changed their whole system. Okay, they have like a super old, outdated system in place. They changed it, so it changed like online banking. It changed like everything that they did, how they operated. This brand new system that was like for all platforms and everything. Okay, yep, that goes to you, Dan. Yep, that'll go you. You so far, man, you got you got that, and you also have a Dominguez paper. And it did change everything, but you know, all it did was it made a new online banking, but every fucking person that had an account at this bank called the call. It was like a week long. I forget what they called it. It was like the fucking plague. Everybody called and was like, I see you have new online banking. How does that work? It was like, it's use your same login and you can see your information. You know what I mean? It's like, and then people were bitching. It's like, I want the old online banking back. Okay, well, we can't do that, and it's not that bad. Just log in and you can see your balance and activity. That's all you need it for anyways. Like no, you know, it's like people would call in and just be bitching about it. Like, I don't know why you have to change your systems. Like, people hate change. People absolutely hate change. As human beings, we do not like when things change. I know I hate change. Refractor for the Brewers. Brewers get a bunch of stuff in here too. Brewers and Rays. But that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. It's like going to work just dreading it. There was this one guy, he called in every day. He was like super rich, okay? And he did a lot of like horse betting. Okay? He was super rich and he would call the call center every day. He'd be like, "Hey, I want my balance in like the last 3 transactions." He knew exactly what his balance was and he knew his transactions, but he wanted he was like an older guy and he wanted somebody to talk to, right? If he could, he'd keep you on the phone for like an hour and a half just talking to you. And like at a call center, you want to keep your call times down. So like whenever you see his number pop up, you're like, fuck. And he would just want to talk to you. And he would always be like, I forget what that one girl. There was one girl that worked there. She was really weird, but her voice was like really like, she had like a good like sexy voice. And he was like, "How is I don't know what her name is. I'm gonna call her. What's a girl's name? Why can't I think of any fucking girls' names right now? Caitlin. Okay, he's like, "Hey, that Caitlin girl, she sounds great on the phone. She look good." And I'm like, "Dude, I can't tell you that. Like, even if she did, this call is fucking recorded." He's like, "Well, just tell, like, you know, does she look, you know, does she look good? Or like, how's she look upstairs?" I'm like, "I do." He would do that. Trixie, I should have used Trixie. But he would call in and he would want to talk to you about the girls that worked there. And then whenever he talked to the girls, he was like real weird with the girls. He'd be like, I don't know, it's so weird. But yeah, he'd be like, and he loved me for some reason because I'd sit there and talk to him because I didn't care. And I'd talk to him for like an hour. And he would talk to me about horse racing. I knew nothing about horse racing. Andrew Vaughn, White Sox, and he'd be like, "How did she look?" How do I say this? Oh, half of her head was shaved. Half of her head was shaved. So you tell me. Like she had like ponytail, but the left half was shaven off. See you later, BDH. Appreciate you, man. Yep. Well, I didn't get through as many as I wanted to get through, though, so it's unfortunate, but we live another day. But that's how she looked. But she was super nice. Crazy. Oh, her name was Cecilia. Yeah, her name was Cecilia, which sounds good. It sounds like a good name. Her name was Cecilia. but and she had a nose ring, and she had a facial piercing, and they made her put a band-aid on it. I think it was either her nose or her upper lip, and she had to wear a band-aid, and she looked stupid because she had this like random band-aid on all the time. Head was half shaven. Number to 150, blue paper. And then at that same call center, but that guy was super weird. But he was a nice guy, but he was definitely creepy as fuck. But yeah, he'd be like, yeah, you see that deposit I just made? And be like, yeah, I can see it. He's like, yeah, I just won that on horse. Like I just won a horse race, and it would be like 15 grand or something. It's like crazy. Yeah, but same. So I guess I don't know. I guess it's something about wherever you're working somewhere, like people kind of just, I don't know. I guess I've worked places where people didn't do this, but same kind of situation as like that McDonald's like parties that I talked about. There was people at this call center kind of did that. Certain people. There was like older people that worked there too, but like some of the younger people that were in college that worked there would like hang out. And this one kid threw a party one time. We went over to his house. He had a pug. Okay, and I didn't know it, but I guess pugs, and it didn't happen when we were there. I was kind of bummed out, but I guess pugs sometimes their eyes can pop out. Like I don't know. I never had a pug before, but I guess sometimes their eyes can pop out of the socket. And he was telling us that or whatever, and he was telling us all kinds of crazy stuff about this dog. And fuck, I forget what his name was. His name was like really something. It was something crazy, and he was a real bad dog. I mean, he was bad, and he was like, every time somebody came in, he would be like jumping all over him, like, and he was like, a pug, so they're a small dog, and he'd be like jumping all over their legs and like scratching their legs. And this one girl, she was like didn't want to tell him to like get off, and he's just like digging at this girl's leg, okay? And it took like several minutes before the dude realized like the dog was like jumping on this girl. And then finally he grabbed the dog and like put him away. And I look at the girl. Her legs were bleeding from this dog scratching on her. And like I laughed my ass off so hard just because this girl was just like standing there. She didn't want to say anything, and her legs are like bleeding from this dog jumping on her. And this dog did all he jumped on the table. He took a crap in the middle of the room. Like I was watching him because like this dog was crazy. Like I was like fascinated by how crazy this dog was. And he took a crap in the middle of the like floor. And I was like, I watched him do it, but I wasn't saying anything kind of deal. I was like, I saw him do it. I was like, oh, purple paper to 250 for the Padres. And like he took a crap in the middle of the floor, and it was like this crazy freaking dog. But I remember him scratching this girl's legs, and like she didn't want to say anything. It was like kind of sad, and I was like watching it. I should have did something, but I'm an asshole. It was kind of crazy. I'd roughly. Yeah, I can imagine that. Like Black, I can imagine that. I can imagine like bank call centers getting exploded with calls. And, oh my God, yeah. That wasn't a very good story, but I just wanted to. I was talking about the call center. I remember going to that party and that fucking dog. Oscar Gonzalez for the Indians sparkled at $2.99. I just remember that damn dog just being crazy. Or you remember like going to like somebody's house, like everybody has that like one family member that has a dog that's like, don't look him in the eye, or like he has to stay, like, whenever people come over, he has to like go downstairs or something. Because my aunt and uncle had a dog. I don't remember what kind of dog it was, but we would go over there and they'd be like, don't look at it in the eyes. And we were little, and they'd be like, whatever you do, just like don't pet the dog and don't look it in the eyes. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like just like a mean dog, you know? I distinctly remember my dad saying that. He's like, don't pet him and don't look him in the eyes. I'm like, what? He's like, all right, let's go in. What? I was so fucking scared. Wow, this jumbo case is taking an hour and a half. Are you serious? Dude, tomorrow I'm shutting up and I'm getting shit done. Tomorrow I'm shutting up and I'm getting shit done. Abrams to $4.99. I could have gotten easily Adam Hill, probably 2 more cases in. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know what kind of dog it was. It was just a mean dog. It was like a really mean dog that they had. Whoops. It was just, I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was just a mean one. Like, it was just mean. And like, don't look it in the eyes. It's like, should we be going in here? Like, if we can't look this dog in the eyes, like, are we Wander to $2.99 for the race? It's like, we can't look this guy in the eyes. Tomorrow. I'm gonna break it tomorrow. I'm tired. If I wasn't talking all night long, I could have easily got to it though. Alright, that'll do her. Chad with box number 8 was the only box that struck out with the Yankees. I think it was a Rottweiler. My mom's husband, he had 2 Rottweilers that were similar to that. Like, the first time going over there, he told us something. I forget what it was. It was like don't pet the dogs until like they like come up to you and like are being like friendly or something. I don't know. It was like crazy. I don't know. Like, my dogs aren't like the best behaved, but it's I never have to like fear like, don't, like, whatever you do, don't come up on the dog and like touch him. Or, you know what I mean? Like, my dogs will probably bark at you, and they are a kind of a ferocious bark, but they'll never like bite somebody or do something like that. Like, I would never have to worry about that. I couldn't even, like, why even have a dog? You got to worry about it like fucking biting people and shit. And I guess some people want that in a dog. I don't know. Yeah, I had a good night talking, but, you know, honestly, tomorrow I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna put my head down, and we're gonna get cards ripped. Yeah, because honestly, we just did that break right there. That took an extra 30 minutes. Yeah, we probably could have fit in probably 2 more cases of Bowman if I wasn't talking all night long. I mean, it did keep me awake and it was fun, but probably shouldn't have did it on Bowman night. Talking about all kinds of stupid shit. Alright, and there was plenty of Yankee stuff in there too. I think everybody but Chad got some Dominguez. Box number 8 didn't get anything. Everybody else got something, and I believe C Murph got 2 autos for the Yankees as well. And again, there was a couple Yankees autographs already pulled. They were already pulled out whenever we do it by the box, I already have them bagged up, tagged up, and everything. So I'm not going to pull those out, but I believe they both went to C. Murph. And then there was plenty of Dominguez paper and chromes for each spot. So if you want to go back, you can pull it up to see what box you had there. 2 out of 5, Grant Little. Pull up your box, or if you're really interested, you could let me know, and I could probably tell you what you had in your pack if you weren't live to watch it. But nice one there for the Throne and the Oakland Athletics refractor. All right, that was 2020 Bowman Jumbo case number 3. Thanks, guys.